Welcome back to the program. Wrapping up our conversation today with Stacy Miller, author of The Last Stowaway, R.M.S. Queen Mary. Quite an adventure. You jump on board the Queen Mary, you get smuggled on board by the kindness of some devious crew members who kind of let you stay at your own there at the bottom of the ship. You get discovered, and the next thing you know, they say, look, here's the deal. We're going to go ahead and sign you on as a crew member. Tell me then what happened in the rest of the, I mean, so then what was your job then? If they said, okay, you're a crew member and now you're going to have to work to earn your keep for these next, whatever it was, 2 weeks remaining of the voyage.
Yeah, they signed me on as a deckhand, and kind of a funny thing about that is before I got caught and I was sleeping on the deck chair, every morning these deckhands would come and they were Susie the decks down.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Well, once I got caught and they made me a crew member, they signed me on as a deckhand, and I was working with these same fellows that used to wake me up in the morning washing the decks down. So I worked that job for a while, and the salt water was tearing my shoes up and my clothes up, you know, 'cause that's what I worked on, the same clothes. They didn't give me no clothes or anything. So my shoes were coming apart, so the bosun assigned me to a different job, handing out sports equipment. With, an elderly fellow, you know, when I say sports equipment, volleyball and things like that. Right, shuffleboard and stuff. And then I worked that job for a few days, and I was making too much racket when I was taking off some paint, so they kind of took me off that job. And we only had a couple of days left, so I just figured there was no sense in going to work. So I just partied after that.
What are you going to do? They can't fire you,
yeah,
right?
They can't fire me, can't do anything to me.
So you made it back finally then to L.A. Now you still got, your whole idea was to get back home to Chicago.
Right.
How does that work to get from L.A. back to Chicago?
Well, I was scheduled to go on the Joey Bishop show. At the time, Joey Bishop was in California and Johnny Carson was in New York. This is before Carson went to California. So the guy, I forgot what his name was, he had me all set up to go on Joey Bishop's show.
So to tell your story about, because this has all made the news by this point,
right.
That, hey, wow, guess what? This guy got caught, and
exactly.
And so now that whenever you get back, there's a little bit of celebrity waiting for you, right?
Right,
okay.
Exactly. And but when we pulled into Long Beach, the FBI was there, and they arrested, well, they didn't arrest me, they took me into custody. And I was asking them, I said, you know, I'm supposed to go on Joey Bishop's show. I said, yeah, well, you're going to do that after you spend time with us. So they put me in jail because they said when somebody stows away that Interpol gets involved, and they got to check and make sure that you're not, you know, a wanted man in Europe or somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they did. They put me in a Long Beach County jail. Well, but before all this happened, a couple of news people wanted to interview with me, and this one girl, Del Morris, she worked for KSWO in Hollywood, so she wanted me to come on her program, like I am on this program, and so she gave me a card and gave me her home phone number and, you know, studio number. So when they let me out of jail, I had 20 cents in my pocket, and so at that time, phone calls were 10 cents from a payphone. So I used one of my dimes and I called her house, and I guess it was a cleaning maid answered the phone or something. And she said, no, Dell's not here. So she started to hang up. I told her, oh, wait. So I told her who I was and asked her if she could call Dell and have Dell call me. So that happened that way. And, you know, I didn't know why I wanted to really go on the program. I was looking for enough money somehow to get home. Right. So I went on KSWO on their program. And after that, after the show was over, Dell asked me if I wanted to go to lunch. So we waited for a friend of hers. This guy, whose name was Bob Random, and he used to play in a TV series called The Iron Horse. So me and Bob Random and Del Morris, we went to, I think it was called Nickel Dell Restaurant. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it on the web. So having lunch there, and Bob said, well, why don't you stick around Hollywood? And he says, I can get you a job as a freelance actor. And I said, nah, I want to get home. You know, I got an opportunity to be a guy's got his foot in the door for me, and I want to go home and talk to my buddy. So
And you never made it on Joey Bishop.
No, I never made it on Joey
So your
Bishop.
chances there, you had your chances to really hit it big. You could have been on Joey Bishop, you could have been an actor, and instead it didn't work out. But it's turned into a fascinating story, right?
Yeah.
We appreciate you taking the time to visit with us today. Again, the book is The Last Stowaway, R.M.S. Queen Mary. Stacy Miller is the author. Check it out on Amazon.com, also Barnes & Noble at your local bookstores as well. It's been a pleasure meeting you. It's been a fascinating interview, and I'm looking forward to reading the book.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you next time.
If you have a topic or issue you'd like us to focus on, please write to the address on your screen or fax us at 357-3811. Or you can email us